Just, I guess, give us the State of the Union of the Union.
State of the Union, well, we're day 8. Day 8, and the typical part of this process is, has been doing this, I've been doing this 41 years, and we're in day 8. It's time to push through and start to separate. I told the guys yesterday, it's time for us to separate. Everybody feels good the first day of camp. Where are you on day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11? That's where you separate, and that's where you start laying the foundation for your season.
You've had a lot of turnover on the offensive line every year you've been here. What is this year's line like, and how have you integrated the newcomers into it?
I tell you, the newcomers have blended in well, and what was really nice is we did a good job of getting portal kids a year ago that were with us last season. Even though they weren't in a starting role, they were in reserve roles. They got playing time last year, so they know our process, they know our expectation, and now it's their turn to step in and carry on the tradition.
What have you seen out of Clint Azubuike so far this game?
Well, he continues to get better. Where he's getting better is in his run game. When you're 6'9", playing with pad levels, a challenge. I've coached tall guys before, and he is really improving his pad level, and that's been a stress point with us, with him, is playing with good pad level, good leverage, good balance, and he continues to get better at that.
What about Kibo Wesley? What have you made of his camp? How much does it help with his versatility and also being 7 years into college football?
Well, 7 years into college football, there's nothing he hasn't seen or experienced, and he's been good for the younger guys, because we're kind of a tale of two countries or tale of two cities. I forget the name of the book I had to read in 9th grade, but it was one of those. But, we've got older guys, and then we got 5 freshmen here for the first time. There's a big gap between them, and Kivo, like I say, 7th-year player, he's been invaluable in bringing those young freshmen along, saying, hey, this is the way it is, and I've been there, and you'll make it.
What have you seen from Lyndon Cooper?
Tell you what, the experience you can just tell, just the snap experience. He's got 2,300 snaps, and you can't replace that. He's played in big stadiums. So he's used to the operation, running the show with the noise, and that has been the best thing. And he's really improved his technique since he got here last January. Through spring, we got better and better and better with technique, and got better over the summer, and he just continues to get better.
Spring and fall camps have just been noticeably cleaner in your offensive line operation. This time last year, you still had guys committing all kinds of pre-snap penalties. What's that say about this group?
It says that, I think we went through our growing pains in spring ball. Because spring ball, we had some growing pains with operation, and you're always going to have, anytime you're meshing 5 new guys, and 3 or 4 of them have come from different systems, different cadences, different snap counts, different procedure, pre-snap operations, just the inflection of the quarterback's voice. In the spring, we were hearing 4 different quarterbacks, and we could pick 4 of us right now to read the same sentence out of a book, and it's not going to all sound the same when we all read it. Same with the center, hearing a quarterback, the snap count's not going to sound the same. So we're getting used to them all. That it's really helped.
From an operational standpoint, obviously the tackles have to ID blitzes, center IDs the mic. How would you say the offensive line's communicating those types of things?
I've been really pleased with the communication. We worked really, really hard this summer. After spring ball, we went back into the classroom with our OTAs and got really hard in the classroom and did a lot of extra work on the ID, because we had 5 new guys playing together, and we had to blend that. And no sense waiting to August to do that. We've been on it since June, and we can see the fruits of our labors coming out.
I know you guys do sleds early in the morning. Can you take me through the origin of that? Is that a tradition?
Oh, that's a union tradition for 41 years, because in the off season, you can't be out there and coach the guys on the sled. So we teach our guys our sled progression. It's a four stages of the sled progression, and then it's player run practices, and they do that year round. So our guys hit the sled year round. It does no good to work on your base fundamentals just in spring ball and then shelve it. By the time you hit August, you're going to be starting all over again, or when the season ends in January, if you're waiting until April to do it again, you're losing you're just starting over again. So it's a continuous process for us.
So you've always believed in that?
Oh, wholeheartedly. Oh, it's easier here though. The weather's good. Some places I've coached, it's real cold and you don't have an indoor, and they're out there doing it in the snow. Even though we've done it in the snow here. Okay, we have.
So that's an early morning thing all the time?
Early morning, yes.
Is there a reason for that in particular?
I'd like to get it done before the weight workouts and before class, and we got them fresh. Get them first thing in the morning when they're at their best.
How do you evaluate Bo Johnson? What would you like to see him do better? What do you think he's doing well?
Well, he's doing well is his down blocks and getting on people's hip and moving the front, and he's playing with good pad level right now, and the game's starting to slow down for him here. You know, I know he's got a good rep base, but our system is really different. There's a lot more pressure on the O-line. He's seeing a lot more looks than he's ever seen before, you know, and it's really starting to slow down for him. He's picking it up, and he's playing with a lot more confidence, and been pleased with Bo.
What's the adjustment period like when you bring in guys from the FCS level like Bo?
Yeah, and it's good that we had a spring, just like when we had Bryce Henderson last year. We had Bryce through spring ball. He came from the same conference, Missouri Valley Conference, which is an elite conference in FCS, elite. And but there's still a transition, the speed of the game. You know, they're going to see fast players in that conference, but in this conference, everybody's got fast players, and they're all fast. There's not just one of them. There's 11 of them out there. So that transition has been really, really good for Bo, having him here in the spring, and he's made the transition. And Nathan, he's got another year or two.
In offensive line play, how do you balance wanting your guys to play with this sort of edge and toughness, but also like not having unnecessary penalties?
That's good. No, that's it's an art, but we play right to the edge. It's not over it, but we push the envelope. We're gonna play to the edge, just not over it. I guess it's the best way to describe it, you know. But I'd rather say whoa than go to them. I'd rather have to say whoa than kick them in the rear end to get them to go.